So I'm joined by Adna today at Ananda Yoga Studio in Sarajevo, and we're going to do a lead primary series with a small bit of instruction as well. So, should we start? Let's start. Ande Gurunan Chananadavinde Sandrachita Swahatma Sukhavabode Nishreyase Jangalike Amade Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakra Sitaharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shretam Pranamami Patanjalim. Samastiti. Yekam inhale. Look to your thumbs. Dve exhale. Hands to the floor. Trini inhale, head up. Chitwari, step or jump back. Lower down to Chaturanga. Pancha inhale. Shat, exhale. We're staying there for roughly 5 breaths. On the exhale breath, try and pull the stomach slightly towards your spine. As you do that, you can feel a slight length through the top of your head. Exhaling, looking forward to where you're going to jump. Inhaling, step or jump forward, head up again. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, hands up. Try and squeeze your inner thighs together. And Samastitihi. Second one. Yekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Try and touch your hands on the floor. Inhale, head up. Jatwari, step or jump back. Try to keep your body straight when you lower down. Use your knees if you need to. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Follow your own breathing. Exhale, looking forward, stepping or jumping forward, head up, pull with your hands. Exhale, Ashto, folding in again. Nava, inhale, press the hands, try and pull your front ribs in, look to your thumbs. Samastitihi. Third one, Yekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Use your knees if you need to, but try and keep your body straight. Pancha, inhale, press your feet down, pull them apart. Shat, exhale. And here in the downward dog, on the exhale, gently pulling the stomach in, you might feel like your hands and feet are slightly pulling together. Roughly 5 breaths, and then exhaling, looking forward. Ashto, inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale. Nava, inhale. Press the hands together, drawing the front ribs in, look to your thumbs. Samastitihi. Fourth one, Yekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Let the head go back at the last moment, not too early with the head. Shat, exhale. And breathing, following your own breath. As I said, on the exhale breath, there's a small movement, particularly felt at the shoulder blades, as you try and pull the hands off the floor. That's one way to look at it. Sapta, inhale, stepping or jumping forward. You can step if you need to. Ashto, exhale, fold again. Nava, inhale, press the hands together, press into your big toes, and Samastitihi. Last one of 8. Yekam, inhale. Imagine you're folding over a bar. Come over that bar, exhale. Trini, head up again. Chatwari, step or jump. Front ribs in as you lower down. Pancha, inhale, pull your hands apart. Shat, exhale. And staying there, breathing. Imagine trying to draw the breath down your back to breathe into the middle of the back, around where your kidneys are, over the back of the throat, but try not to constrict the back of your throat. Looking forward, Sapta, step or jump forward, head up. Ashto, fold again, exhale. Nava, inhale, pressing the hands, but pushing down to your toes. Samasthiti. Surya Namaskar B, bend the legs and raise the hands. Try and do that at the same time. Keeping the bent legs, fold forward and chin in. Trini, head up. Chatwari, step or jump. Use your knees if you need to. Pancha, inhale. Shoulders neutral, look forward. And Shat, exhale. Exhaling, step the right foot forward, pushing through the back foot and look to your thumbs. Ashto, exhale. All one breath, come down if you can. Break it up if you need to. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, Dvadasha. Inhale, left side. Look up to your thumbs. And Dvadasha, exhale, come down again. Triadasha, inhale, up dog. And Chatadasha, exhale. So if you need to take an extra breath in your Virabhadrasana, in your warrior, put the extra breath in, but just try and make sure you're breathing. Panchadasha, stepping or jumping forward, head up. Shodhasha, fold forward again, exhale. Saptadasha, bend the legs, press into your big toes, look at your thumbs, and Samasthiti. Second one, Yekam, inhale, keep the bent legs, fold forward, exhale. Trini, inhale, Chatwari, step or jump, exhale. Pancha, inhale, Shat, exhale. On the exhale, step the right leg forward, pushing through the back foot, pull the navel towards the floor. Ashto, exhale. Nava, inhale. Desha, exhale. Yukadasha, left side. Again, try and level the hips by drawing the left thigh back. Look up to your thumbs. Dvadasha, exhale. Triadasha, inhale. And Chatadasha, exhale. So in the upward dog, try to keep the shoulders neutral or almost forward. Try not to pull the shoulders back. More feel like you're trying to wrap around the front body muscles. Looking forward, Panchadasha, inhale. Shodhasha, exhale. Saptadasha, bend the legs. Make sure you don't pull the hands back so you can see your thumbs. Samasthiti. Last one of B. Yekam, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, step or jump, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Stepping forward on the exhale breath. So when you're up in the warrior like now, you've still got a bit of inhale left. Ashto, exhale. Nava, inhale. Desha, exhale. On the exhale, stepping forward, so you push through the back foot and try and draw the front leg back, leveling the hips. Dvadasha, exhale. Triadasha, inhale. Chatadasha, exhale. And breathing there. See if you can reach down the front of the leg in your downward dog instead of pulling up on the hamstrings, pulling up from the back of the leg. There's a reach down the inner thighs towards the front of the foot. Looking forward, exhale. Panchadasha, inhale. Shodhasha, exhale. Saptadasha, bend the legs, look to your thumbs, and Samasthiti. Palangustasana, exhaling, step or jump the feet apart. Inhale, number one, Yekam, head up, grab your toes. Dve, exhale. See if you can push down to your toes whilst you pull up the shoulder blades. And now see if you can keep the neck level instead of bending the neck. So you're just pulling in the chin. Imagine you're coming over a bar there. Breathing roughly 5 times, but stay as long as you need to, as long as you feel the effect of the posture. Trini, inhale, head up, exhale there, still holding the toes. Padahastasana, hands under the feet, bend the legs if you need to a little bit, tight hamstrings, and exhale, coming over your imaginary bar at the stomach. There's a little gate or bar, lift your rib cage over that bar. And now as you push down to the front of the foot, see if you can pull back through the shoulder blades. There's a push through the foot and a pull back through your back. Watch the neck, try not to bend the neck too much. Trini, inhale, head up, exhale there, still holding the feet. Take your hands to your waist, tuck your chin in and come up with the head last. Samasthiti. Utthita Trikonasana, step to the right, inhale. Middle position, hands up, feet are straight. Dve, exhale, change your stance. So you're turning the left foot roughly 45 degrees in, and that left hip is pointed downwards towards the floor. Look up to your thumb. As you push into the big toe of your right foot, see if you can pull against it, so you're connecting the 2 fingertips together across your back muscles. Now look to the foot, exhale, Trini, inhale, come up. Chatwari, left side, exhale. Again, this left hip is down. As you push down into the the right hip is down. As you push down to the left foot, see if you can pull across with the right fingertip across your back. Looking to the left foot, exhale. Inhale, come up. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Dve, exhale, turning around. So your 2 hips are level. Try not to drop one hip and lift the other. Imagine there's a screw between the 2 hips, keeping them square or level to the back of your mat. Now see if you can go straight forward with the hand on the floor, so you're stretching the neck out of the spine. When you finish, look at the hand on the floor, exhaling. Inhale, come up. Pause in the middle, and Chatwari, exhale, left side. Again, keep the hips square. And now see if you can pull forward with the hand on the floor. On the inhale breath, try to stretch your neck out of the basin of the hips. Look to the floor, exhaling. Inhale, coming up. Pause there in the middle. And Samasthiti. Utthita Pajvakonasana. Yekam, inhale, middle position. Dve, exhale. See if you can push back into this foot a little bit, and then with the right leg, see if you can push that into the right arm. Now on the inhale breath, as you reach forward into the hand, see if you can reach back through the back leg. Look to the floor when you finish, exhaling. Inhale, coming up. And Chatwari, exhale. When you start the posture, look at the hand and foot on the floor. Then change the gaze to looking to your right fingertip, so you're following the line of the right arm, from the armpit to the fingertip. Now on the inhale breath, see if you can reach into the hand, but at the same time reaching into the back foot. Imagine you can internally rotate your both thighs, so you allow the tailbone to lengthen and not stick the bottom out. Look to the floor when you finish, exhaling. Inhale, come up. Parivrtta Pajvakonasana. For most people, I think it's beneficial to come down on the knee when you start. Try and get the arm outside the knee. That's the most important thing. As you come up, the back foot can stay with the heel up if it helps you keep the arm outside the leg. That's the most important thing, because you want to be able to push that arm against the leg to help you twist just in the middle of the back. The hips stay level, the twist is just in the middle of the back. Look to the floor when you finish, and inhale, come up. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. So the front leg is trying to draw back. The back leg is trying to slightly push forward. That helps the hips stay level. Now on the inhale breath, see if you can reach into the hand and back into the back leg. When you finish, look to the floor. Exhale. Pancha, inhale, come up. Turn to the middle of the mat. and Samasthitahi. Prasarita Padottanasana. Yekam inhale, step to the middle of the mat and the hands are on the waist. Dve, exhale, the hands are on the floor. Again, inhale, look up, and Trini, exhale, you're in the position. To know where to put the hands, imagine a 90-degree angle at the elbow. So the hands go to make a 90-degree angle at the elbow. See if you can keep the tailbone facing the floor, which again makes you feel like you're having to come over a bar, over a small bar at the stomach. Reaching down from the stomach into the toes. Chaturanga, look up and exhale there. Hold your waist and tuck your chin in. Pancha, inhale, come up and exhale. Second one, Yekam, hands go to the side. Dve, exhale onto the waist. Again, inhale and exhale, coming over that bar again. So you're not sticking the bottom in the air, you're rather trying to stick the bottom or the tailbone pointing more towards the floor. The thighs are externally rotated in this position. Try not to bend the neck again, but try and pull the chin in instead of bending the neck. Chaturanga, inhale, come up and exhale there. Third position, hands to the sides, Yekam. Dve, exhale behind the back. I would suggest to try and keep the shoulders forward and not pull them back. And exhale when you come down on Trini, third position. Try and pull the hands apart instead of putting the shoulders to the floor. Again, you're externally rotating the thighs and the tailbone is pointing down towards your mat. Again, 5 breaths at least, but maybe more if you feel you want to or you feel it's efficient work going on. Chaturanga, inhale, come up and exhale there. Fourth position, D, Prasarita Padottanasana D. Take the waist, inhale. Dve, exhale, catching the big toes. Again, inhale, head up. And Trini, exhale. Try and press the thumbs down and then instead of putting the shoulders or the elbows down towards the ears, try and imagine you're pulling the elbows upwards away from your ears. Or you could feel everything's pulling into the center of your body around where the front ribs attach on the exhale breath. Chaturanga, inhale, come up, look up, keep the toes, exhale there, still holding the toes. Hold your waist, tuck the chin in, and Pancha, inhale, come up. Stepping forward, Samasthitahi. Parsvottanasana, stepping straight into the position with the hands in the prayer. If you can't do the prayer, simply holding your forearms is fine. Dve, exhale, again coming over your bar, so you're keeping about 70% weight in the back foot and try and press the whole palm together as much as you can. Breathing there. On the exhale breath, try pushing the elbows downwards towards the mat and pulling your front ribs in again. A tiny bend to the right leg, so you push through the floor, come up, turn to the middle of the mat, and Chaturanga, exhale, coming over the imaginary bar, keeping the weight over the back leg. Particularly favouring your exhale breath to pull the front ribs in. It's like you're trying to make the posture smaller and not bigger. After roughly 5 breaths, look to the floor, push through that foot, inhale, Pancha, come up, turn to the middle of the mat, keep the hands where they are, and step forward, Samasthitahi. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Take the left hand on the waist and drop the centre of gravity, bending the left knee a little bit. Now see if you can pick up the right big toe. If you can do that, now extend the toe, and if you can do more of that, see if you can push through the left leg, pushing through the left leg to come down over the right leg slightly. Try to keep this leg as straight as you can. Look to the toe of the right foot, but don't strain your neck to do so. Trini, inhale, come up. Chaturanga, micro bend the leg to take the leg to the side. Look over your left shoulder. See if you can feel like the thighs are slightly internally rotating, so the tailbone still faces the mat. Pancha, inhale, come forward with the leg. Shat, exhale, come down again. Sapta, inhale, hold the waist, and try to keep the shoulders slightly forward and the chin in. Looking towards the toe. Samasthitahi. Ashto, left side. Pick up the left big toe with the hand on the waist. Extend the toe, and then Nava, exhale, by pushing through the right leg, you come down over the left leg slightly. See if you can pull this shoulder back against the toe. Stay there for roughly 5 breaths. Desha, inhale, come up. Ekadasha to the left, looking over your right shoulder, and see if you can slightly internally rotate the legs here, so the tailbone can be felt to point down towards the mat. Dvadasha, bring the leg back. Triyadasha, come down again. And Chaturdasha, keeping the shoulders neutral, drawing the chin in, trying to keep a straight body and look to your toe. Samastitihi. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, picking up the right leg in lotus. If that's difficult for your knee, then tree posture could be a possibility here. Yeah? Or just holding the foot, don't go down. Dve, exhale. If it feels comfortable, then the hand goes on the floor. Another option will be both hands on the floor. See if you can square the body by pulling up the left thigh and drawing down or inwards the right knee, so the 2 shoulders come over the 2 knees, like a square box. Trini, head up and exhale there. Chatwari, inhale, come up, keep hold of your toe, and Pancha, release the toe, exhale. Shat, left leg. Sapta, exhale. If you're going down, if it feels comfortable on your knee, coming down. Now on the exhale breath, see if you can draw the left leg in slightly whilst lifting up the right thigh to keep the 2 hips and the 2 shoulders level or square. Ashto, inhale, head up, and exhale there. Nava, inhale, come all the way up, hand on the waist, keep your toe, and Samastitihi, release the toe. Last 3 standing positions. Yekam, inhale, hands up. Dve, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, head up. Chatwari, step or jump back, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, jumping into Udkatasana. Think of a straight line between the hands, the tailbone, and the big toes by drawing the front ribs in. So less of a squat and more work on drawing in here and working your chest. Looking up to your thumbs so you don't pull the shoulders too far back so you can see your thumbs. Keeping the bent legs, put the hands on the floor. Ashto, inhale, a little jump up, catch the legs in the air, and Nava, exhale. Desha, inhale. Ekadasha, exhale. Virabhadrasana, step the right leg forward as you did in the first sun salutations. And on the inhale breath, pushing this hip down and trying to draw the front leg back slightly. Keep the shoulders so you can see the hands. And on the inhale breath, drawing the front ribs in as you squeeze your inner thighs together. On the exhale, turn to the middle of the mat, keeping looking at the hands if you can, and Ashto on the left side. Hips are as level or square as you can. And on the inhale breath, pushing through the back foot and connecting that to the fingertips. Nava, number 9, inhale, Virabhadrasana B. On the inhale breath, see if you can push downwards on the hands, and again, a sense of lift through the top of the head as the front ribs draw in. Exhale, turn to the middle of the mat, pause, and Desha, inhale on the right side. Exhale, hands to the ground. Ekadasha, inhale, bring the leg forward and see if you can lift. Dvadasha, exhale. Triyadasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. Sapta, step or jump forward and sit down. Hands are by your sides. Shoulders neutral. The chin drawn into the throat so the head stays straight, the neck stays straight, and the balls of the big toes, they push forward. So the ball of the big toe is a little further forward than the heel. Exhaling, catch the big toes. Paschimottanasana. Ashto, inhale, head up. Nava, exhale, you into the posture. Now on the exhale breath, as you push through the foot, see if you can draw back through your back. But at the same time, there's a length through the top of the head. So the head isn't bending or the neck isn't bending. Stay there for at least 5 breaths. Nava, inhale, head up. Still holding the toes, exhale there. Take the second position so you can catch the sides, over the tops or the wrist. Ashto, inhale. Nava, exhale. Same thing again, as you push through the feet, there's a stretch back through your back. So there really is a push from the stomach through the inner thighs to the balls of the big toes. And again, you've got various hand positions over the top, the sides or the wrist for the second one of these. Again, inhale, look up. Desha, exhale there. Yakadasha, cross the legs. And Dvadasha, if you're jumping back, take a jump back. But remember, you don't have to jump back between each and every posture. Triadasha, inhale. Jitadasha, exhale. Sapta again, step or jump through or walk through and sit down. Purvattanasana. Trying to keep the shoulder as neutral as you can. Look to your stomach. Now come up and the head goes back last. But see if you can lengthen through the back of the head a little bit rather than just drop it back. Or at least try that. The thighs are lengthening through the inner thighs by an internal rotation through the thighs. Stay there for roughly 5 breaths, prioritizing the inhale breath to lift your body. And exhale, Nava, come down. Desh across the legs. And Yakadasha, jump back or step back, exhale. If you're taking the jump back. Shriadasha, inhale. Jitadasha, exhale. Sapta, step, jump or walk through, sit down. Right leg goes in lotus or your approximation of that position. Use the block under the knee if the knee doesn't go to the floor. Ashto, exhale. The thumb goes between the big toe and the rest of the toes. As the foot and the knee pull together, the 2 elbows or shoulders pull apart. So again, you're trying to keep the body as square as you can. After roughly 5 breaths, Nava, inhale, look up and exhale there. Desh across the legs, Yakadasha, jump back, exhale. Dvadasha, inhale. Triadasha, exhale. Jitadasha, left side. Remember, you don't have to jump back between each side. You could simply take a breath and swap sides. Panchadasha, exhale. Again, as you push back through the ball of your right big toe, you're trying to move this knee in so the 2 shoulders and the 2 knees create a small square box, as it were. After roughly at least 5 breaths, look up again, Shodasha, and exhale there. Saptadasha, cross the legs. Yashtadasha, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Yukuna Vimshatahi, inhale. Vimshatahi, exhale. Triangmukha, Ekapada, Paschimottanasana. Sapta. Bend up the right leg. Use a block underneath the left hip if you need to. Exhale, catch the foot, pull back. And Ashto, exhale, you're in the position. Again, if you're tipping to the left, then use a small block or towel underneath your left hip. On the exhale breath, see if you can pull the belly gently in and a sense of reaching through the top of the head or even the chin towards the shin slightly. Nava, inhale, head up, exhale there, still holding the foot. Desh across the leg if you're taking the jump back or swap sides. Dvadasha, inhale. Triadasha, exhale. Jitadasha, left side. On the exhale breath, catch the foot. On the inhale breath, pull back. And Panchadasha, you're in the position. Another way to look at this is on the exhale breath, imagine you're pulling your 2 big toes in towards your stomach. So there's a sense in all these forward folds of hugging the muscles in towards your midline, in towards your center. Stay there for roughly 5 to 8 breaths, breathing. Shodasha, head up only, still holding the foot, exhale there. Saptadasha, cross the legs. Yashtadasha, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Yukuna Vimshatahi, downward dog. Janu Shesh Asana, head knee position. Sapta. Looking for a 90-degree angle of the knee, head up, and Ashto, exhale. So the right knee here is 90 degrees, but importantly, the straight leg thigh is drawn back. If you keep the corner of the straight leg thigh back, then you'll only come to the knee with the head. You're not trying to round the back, but it's simply by the setup of the hips that the head won't come further forward than the knee. Nava, inhale, head up, exhale there. Dash across the legs. If you're taking the jump back, Ekadasha, jump back, exhale. Dvadasha, inhale. Triadasha, exhale. Jatadasha, left side. Again, to explain that again, trying to keep the hips level, so when you come forward, you'll only come to the knee with the head. That doesn't mean you're trying to round the back on purpose, it just means you've kept the right hip or the straight leg hip back or the hips level. Head-knee position. You've got a 90-degree angle at the bent up leg, and there's still a lengthening through the top of the head as you pull the stomach back on the exhale. So on the exhale breath, the stomach's pulling in, and there's a length through the top of the head, with the shoulders away from the ears. Shodhasha, head up, and exhale there. Saptadasha, across the legs. Yashtadasha, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Yukuna Vimshatahi, Vimshatahi. Janushe Shasana B, Sapta. Same as before, so set up yourself in the same as A. Trying to keep the straight leg hip slightly back so the hips are still level to the front. Now exhale, Ashto. Still head-knee position, still square hips. The only difference is when the bent up leg was rolling forward on the first one, and the B and the C version of the Janushirsasanas, the bent up leg is rolling backwards, behind you, towards me. After 5 or 8 breaths, inhale, head up, extend. Exhale there, still holding the foot. Nava, inhale, cross the legs. If you're taking the jump back, Desha, exhale, Chaturanga. Dvadasha, inhale. Triadasha, exhale. Jatadasha, left side. Exhale, catch the foot. Inhale, pause, head up. Panchadasha, exhale. With the straight leg side of the body, always trying to lengthen from your armpit to your hip bone. So you're as long as you can along that straight leg. That will keep your body level or square to the front of the mat. Remember that in B and C, the bent up leg is rolling backwards, not forward, as in A. Shodhasha, head up, exhale there. Saptadasha, across the legs. Yashtadasha, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Yukuna Vimshatahi, Vimshatahi, exhale. Janushe Shasana C. This one, take care of your knee. It's a difficult angle for the knee, so the option is you could do A or B again, or put a block underneath the straight leg hip. Ashto, exhale, you're in position. Again, the hips are level, and again, the bent up leg thigh is rolling backwards. Any pain in the knee, you could elevate the hips by putting a block underneath your hip, or you could simply do A or B again as a variation. Nava, inhale, head up, exhale there. Dash across the legs, Ekadasha, Chaturanga Dandasana. Dvadasha, inhale. Triadasha, exhale. Jatadasha, left leg. Remember, on the exhale breath, you catch the foot. On the inhale breath, you pull back. And Panchadasha, exhale, you're in the position. In the forward folds, prioritize your exhale breath to pull together. Again, it feels like you're hugging the muscles in towards your midline on the exhale breath. After 5, at least 5 breaths, head up. Shodhasha, exhale there. Saptadasha, across the legs. Yashtadasha, Chaturanga Dandasana. Yukuna Vimshatahi, Vimshatahi. Marichyasana A, Sapta. Wrapping the right arm around the leg, you've got a little bit of space between the right foot and the right hip, so when you come forward, Ashto, exhale, the right knee is pushing forward as you pull back from the left leg. This again tries to keep the hips level. As the knee is bent up, it also pushes to the side, so you're able to pull across your back with the opposing shoulder, keeping the width across your back. Nava inhale, head up, and exhale there. Dash across the legs, Ekadasha Chaturanga. Dvadasha, inhale, Triadasha, exhale, Jatadasha, left side. Getting into the posture on the exhale breath. Pause, inhale, pull back, and Panchadasha, exhale. To repeat, the bent up hip is pushing forward, trying to feel the stretch through the bent up thigh. From the right leg, there's a slight pull back, so the hips remain as level as you can. There's also a pull across the shoulders because this bent up leg is pushing to the side. Shodhasha, head up only, exhale there. Saptadasha across the legs, lift up, Yashtadasha Chaturanga. Yukuna Vimshatahi, Vimshatahi. Marichasana B, Sapta. You start traditionally with the left leg first. Ashto, exhale. Reaching the chin towards the floor, you try and pull back the stomach. So what you're not looking forward to do is tip off your sitting bones. You're trying to keep the sitting bones as grounded as you can. So it's by pulling back the stomach on the exhale that the chin reaches towards the floor. But try not to tip off your bottom. Nava, inhale, head up, and exhale there. Dash across the legs, Ekadasha Chaturanga. If you're jumping back, you could alternatively just swap sides. Dvadasha, inhale, Chiadasha, exhale. Jatadasha, the other side, right leg. Pause on the inhale, extend, and exhale, you're in the position. Again, you're trying to ground your sitting bones, but interestingly in this posture, you're trying to find a width across the back again. So really that's the way I would use the posture or favour the posture, is to get that width across your back and across your hips. And don't think about pulling the head towards the floor. After at least 5 breaths, inhale, head up, Shodhasha. Exhale there. Saptadasha across the legs. Yashtadasha, step or jump back. Yukuna Vimshatahi and Vimshatahi, exhale. Marichasana C. The traditional count is to do it on 1 breath, but I would say to take extra breaths to get into the posture. But traditionally, Sapta, inhale, is Marichasana C. Try not to twist the whole of the body, rather from the ball of the right big toe push back, this knee pushes forward. So you're turning the hips forward whilst you're turning the head back. Inhale is height, exhale is twist. When you finish the position, exhale, look forward, and Ashta across the legs, and Nava jump or step back, exhale. Desha, inhale, Ekadasha, exhale. Dvadasha is the other side. Again, inhale is height, exhale is twist. By twist, I mean twisting the body forward as the head turns back. So from this foot, there's a push back. From this knee, there's a kind of push forward, but also a push outwards again with the knee. When you finish, look forward and exhale. Triadasha across the legs, and Jatadasha, step or jump back. Panchadasha, inhale. Shodhasha, exhale. Marichasana D. Again, infeasibly, particularly with this posture, it's said to do it on 1 breath. Don't do that. Take extra breaths and put the leg in lotus. If it doesn't feel comfortable, cross the leg and avoid hurting your leg, your knee. Inhale, head up, and exhale. The twist happens on the exhale, turning the body forward as the head turns back. Again, the emphasis is to try and keep the hips as level as you can towards the front of the mat. When you've finished, turn the head forward before releasing the posture. Cross the legs, Ashto, and Nava jump or step back, exhale. Desha, inhale, Ekadasha, exhale. Dvadasha, the other side. So This will be the right leg having done the left leg again first. B and D, the left leg goes first. You may need to modify one side. Any knee issues, that might be a sensible idea. Inhale is height, exhale is twist, and again by twist, we're trying to turn out of the posture, we're trying to turn the hips forward as the head looks back. Whenever the knee is bent up, it pushes to the side, that helps. When you finish, look forward again, exhaling. Release the leg, and crossing the legs, Shriyad Dasha, inhale, and Chatad Dasha, exhale. Pancha Dasha, inhale, and Sho Dasha, downward dog, exhale. Navasana, boat position, Sapta. Straight into the boat if you can. What you're looking for here is to lift the chest and the hands are roughly by the knees. Point through the balls of the big toes, that makes the legs lighter. Hands to the floor, tip forward, Ashto, inhale up, and again, the boat position on Sapta again. Repeating roughly 5 times. Imagine you're holding a block between the hands, that can also help. Hands to the floor, exhale, and Ashto again. Sapta. You're looking to the big toes so the chin remains in. Place the hands to the floor and Ashto again. 4th time. And again, feel free to do less or more. It's really up to you. But traditionally in Mysore, 5 times for the boat. Ashto again. And the last one. Because you're in an open body position, the inhale is the particularly active breath. Yeah? So lift on the inhale breath. That could help you. On the exhale breath, press the hands to the floor and jump back. Ashto, exhale. Desha, inhale. Yakadasha, exhale. Bhujapadasana. So stepping the feet around, jumping the feet around, or jumping straight into the position on Sapta. Ashto, exhale, the chin down towards the floor, or you could come on the top of the head. See if you can point the big toes behind you. Pulling the hands apart makes you feel lighter or stronger in the position. Nava, inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the legs around or walk the legs around and you're in crow position. Inhale up and Desha, exhale. Yakadasha, inhale. Dvadasha, exhale. Kurdamasana, Sapta. Walk the legs around or jump into the position. Ashtokamasana position. See if you can get the hands as straight across from the shoulders as you can. So really try and think of a square again, straight across from the shoulders. As you push into the boards of the big toes, try and pull the stomach back towards your spine on the exhale. And the chin is coming towards the floor, so not quite looking down. Nava Supta Karma. Do what you can to cross the legs in front of the head. Crossing the legs is fine. And breathe there. If you can cross the feet and the hands on the exhale, pulling apart. Inhale, Desha, hands to the floor. See if you can lift up. And on the exhale breath of number 10 count, Desha, swing the legs back or walk the legs back into crow position. Exhale. Inhale, full breath there. And Yakadasha, jump back, exhale. Dvadasha, inhale. Triyadasha, exhale. Garbhapindasana, Sapta. Again, taking lotus position. If that's difficult, you could simply cross the legs and hug your thighs. Once you've taken a lotus, slightly pulling the knees together so you've got more space in the inner thighs to put the hands. Do what you can here and just watch for pain in the knee. Any pain, then back off and modify the position so you feel comfortable. The hands take the chin, finally covering the ears even. Looking forward, and then exhale, roll down. Keep looking to your stomach so you keep the round back. If you look to your navel, the back will be rounder. Exhale down, inhale up. Rolling 5 to 8 times around in a circle. When you're first learning this, You don't have to roll, you could just roll up and down, or just stay holding the position. Never inhale, chin forward, Kukutasana. Stay there for roughly 5 breaths, and exhale, come down. If you like to jump out of here, keep your lotus position, and Desha, inhale, lift up, and exhale, swing the legs back. Or come over the legs, put the hands down, and jump back. Ekadasha, inhale, Dvadasha, exhale. Baddha Konasana, Sapta, jump, step, walk through, and sit down. Ashto Baddha Konasana. Exhale, the chin coming towards the toe, just in front of the toes, the body pulling back. So you're trying not to tip off your sitting bones. Reaching the chin, you have a roughly straight back on an A version of this position. The elbows stay close to the ribs, and the exhale is prioritized to help you fold forward with the chin towards the floor. Nava, inhale, come up, chin in towards your throat, and Desha, come down again, but this time with a really rounded back, so you're trying to put the top of the head really close to the sole of the feet. So there's a much more rounded pulling in version of the position. Ekadasha, inhale, sit up, and exhale there. Dvadasha, cross the legs, and Triadasha, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Chaturdasha, inhale, Panchadasha, exhale. Sapta, step or jump through, and sit down. Utthita, Kona, Avavishta, Konasana. Ashta, inhale, Nava, exhale. You can hold the toes, you can hold the sides of the feet, or you can even put the hands over the top of the feet here. As you push through the foot, you're trying to pull back with the stomach again. So you're trying not to allow yourself to tip forward. After roughly 5 breaths, inhale, coming up. So you can put the hands up and then receive the feet with the hands. Try and lift the feet off the floor to receive them with the hands and looking up. Stay there for roughly 5 breaths. Nava. Exhale, hands to the floor. Desha, across the legs. Ekadasha, jump back. Dvadasha, inhale. Jitodasha, exhale. Sapta, jump through, lie down. Supta Konasana. Ashta, inhale. Catch the big toes. Now see if you can shuffle your shoulders forward so you've got as straight line as you can from the back of the throat to the tailbone. Stay there for roughly 5 breaths. Use your inhale breath to lift the tailbone towards the ceiling. When you've finished, exhale, push the heels back towards the floor. Inhale, come up, balance there for a second, and Desha, exhale, come down. Touch the chin. Ekadasha, inhale, look up, and exhale there, still holding the toes. Dvadasha, cross the legs, and Triadasha, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Chaturdasha, inhale, and Panchadasha, exhale. Supta Padangusthasana. Step or jump through and lie down. Ashta, inhale, catch the big toe of the right foot with the left hand on the thigh and keeping the left arm and the left hand straight and the left leg straight. Exhale, come up to the leg. Looking towards the foot, reaching through the left leg. Desha, bring the leg down. Ekadasha, see if you can take the leg to the side. Resisting with this leg, so you're trying to ground this hip. Instead of taking the foot to the ground, it's more important that you make sure this hip is grounded down towards the floor. Dvadasha, inhale, bring it back. Triadasha, exhale, come up again. Jaturdasha, lie the head down, and Panchadasha, leave the toe, let the leg come to the ground. Shodasha, left leg. Pick up the left toe and place the hand on the thigh. Saptadasha, exhale, come up to the chin towards the shin, but you're still looking at this foot. Really consider reaching through this arm and leg. So the inhale brings you up, but you ground down this leg. Ikuna Vimshatihi, head down, Vimshatihi, leg to the side. Look over your right shoulder and still rolling this leg in, so you're trying to ground down the straight leg hip. Ekavimshatihi, inhale. Exhale, bring the leg back. Dvavimshatihi, inhale, and exhale, let the head down. If you're doing backwards roll, you could do the backwards roll chakrasana here. Otherwise, sit up, cross the legs, and jump back. Panchavimshatihi, inhale. Shodvimshatihi, exhale. Sapta, straight legs, jump through, lie down. Ubaya Padangusthasana. Exhale, legs go back and catch the big toes. Nava, inhale, coming up. See if you can push to the balls of the big toes and stretch to the back of the neck, but try not to let the head go all the way on the back of the neck. The gaze is upwards, but without the head being craned too far back. When you finish the position, draw the chin in and exhale there. Dash across the legs and Yukadasha, jump back. Dvadasha, inhale, and Shyadasha, exhale. Sapta, jump through, straight legs, lie down. Ashto, bring the legs back and exhale there, catching the sides of the feet. Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Nava, inhale. Desha, holding the heels now when you've rolled up, exhale. Still looking up between the eyebrows, but this time the body is in a closed position. Try to keep the elbows close to the legs. Yakadasha, when you finish, head back and exhale. Dvadasha, cross the legs, and Shyadasha, Chaturanga. Jatadasha, inhale. Panchadasha, exhale. Last one, Sapta, jump through, lie down. You get an extra breath here, Ashto, prepare. Setu Bandhasana. Use your hands if you need to over the head to support the neck. Really try to keep the legs straight and push through the legs to the feet. Remember, if there's any pressure on the neck, use the hands to support you, or you could modify it and simply do fish posture without coming back off the head. Exhale, Desha, come down. Yakadasha is the backwards roll, chakrasana if you're doing it. Otherwise, sit up, cross the legs and jump back. Triadasha, inhale. Jatadasha, exhale. Sapta, jump through, straight legs, lie down. Urdhva Dhanurasana. We'll stick to the traditional primary series today, but I highly recommend before doing this posture, you at least put bow posture on your stomach, Dhanurasana, or some more gentle back bends to prepare for this one. But today we're going to stick to the primary series, Ashto, prepare, and Nava Urdhva Dhanurasana. See if you can push forward through the hip bones, with the arms putting the hands apart to pull the chest back. So you're going in both directions. Use your inhale to lift. The exhale is a slightly more rested breath. After 5 or 10 breaths, come down your head and rest there for a few breaths. Come up again. Do this at least 3 times, but I would recommend maybe more than 3. Yeah. Come down again and rest. Come up again. More times up in the air is preferential rather than staying up in the air for a long time and only doing it once. It helps to release your shoulders a bit the more times you come up and down. Really think about stretching forward through the front of the leg. That will help you a lot. Exhale, come down, and inhale up. When you've completed as many times as you want, exhale, come down. And again, traditionally, there was a backwards roll here. I would recommend perhaps avoiding that chakrasana and simply sitting up and crossing the legs and jumping back. Desha. Dvadasha, inhale. Triadasha, exhale. Jatadasha, jump forward. And Panchadasha is Paschimottanasana. Shodhasha, inhale, exhale there. Saptadasha, cross the legs. Yashtadasha, step or jump back. Vimshatahi, Vimshatahi. Step, walk or jump through, lie down. Closing positions. Salamba Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. See if you can catch halfway up your back. If you feel like there's pressure on the neck, you might use a blanket underneath the shoulders. You want to be as straight as you can from the back of the throat to the tip of the toes. See if you can press the hands on the back and pull the hands apart so you're holding across your shoulder blades. In these postures, the breath is longer, they're relaxing, calming postures. After at least 15 or 20 breaths, the second shoulder stand variation is Halasana. See if you can keep as straight as you can with the tailbone, so you're trying to pull the feet forward and lift the tailbone rather than tip the bottom further over the head. In these postures, at least 8 breaths, this posture and the following posture. Desha, inhale, Karnapadasana. The knees go towards the ears, the feet are together, and the hands this time assume a fist position instead of open palms. After at least 8 breaths here, catch your back on the exhale breath. Ekadasha, inhale, exhale there. Taking Padmasana, lotus posture in the air, see if you can keep straight arms and push the knees away. If a lotus position is difficult here, cross the legs and see if you can hold the legs then. Remember, the breath is longer and deeper than in the primary series positions. Cooling and calming postures to relax after primary series. Now inhale, hug the thighs together, Pindasana. Again staying for at least 8 breaths. Again, if the lotus is difficult, you can simply cross the legs here and see if you can hold the legs with your hands instead of the lotus position. On the exhale breath, put the hands to the floor, and on the inhale breath, see if you can slowly roll down into Matsyasana, fish posture. Pushing the elbows in the floor, come on the top of the head. If you can take the feet, hold the feet with the hands, and by putting the legs towards the floor or the knees towards the floor, you're able to pull back through either side of your spine. To do that, you need to keep the arms straight. Still keeping the head in the same position, see if you can unlock the lotus position and place the hands together. Uttana Padasana. The hands and the feet are roughly at a 45-degree position. After 8 breaths again here, roughly speaking, the Chakrasana backwards roll comes. If you want to avoid hurting the neck, I might advise you come up, cross the legs, and take a normal jump or step back. Go through your upward dog and your downward dog, and you're coming on the Sapta count to Shirshasana, headstand position. Nava, inhale. Internally rotating the thighs, you're able to draw the chest in. With the hands almost as a fist, you're able to lift up through the shoulder blades. So there's really no weight in the head. The head is resting on the ground, but it's not bearing the weight. This means that you have to have the hands more as a fist and less as an open palm. So the weight is mainly in the elbows as you lift through the shoulder blades. After at least 25 breaths here, see if you can come down in the half headstand position, Ardha Shirshasana. At this point, you want to avoid as much as possible taking the tailbone over the head, but try and keep a straight angle here by drawing the chest in and lifting the shoulders again. See if you can stay there for roughly 10 breaths. When you finish there, on the inhale breath, lift up again. The last one, you see if you can lift all the way off the head. So if you're just learning this or want to try this, perhaps do it against the wall and don't try doing it in the middle of the room first of all, until you're sure you can balance with the head off the mat. Exhale, bring the head down and slowly lower the legs down, keeping the hands where they are. Simply drop the head onto the floor. Don't be tempted to lift the head up. Keep the head down just to let the blood pressure adjust itself in the head. And Dvadasha, inhale. Shriyadasha, step back, exhale. Chaturdasha, inhale. Panchadasha, exhale. Sapta, step or jump through, sit down. Baddha Padmasana. So assuming lotus position if you can, otherwise cross the legs. If you're taking lotus position, see if you can catch the toes behind your back. This is Baddha Padmasana position, bound lotus. Yoga Mudra, Nava, exhale, coming forward with the chin towards the floor, but try and resist tipping off your bum. So you're really trying to pull back with the navel to keep the sitting bones grounded. And here you stay for at least 8 breaths. Inhale, come up, and exhale, assume Padmasana position with the thumb touching the first finger and trying to keep the first finger straight. Now pulling the chin towards the throat and deep breathing, at least 10 long breaths. At this position, if you want to put in your pranayamas, if you know any, you could put them in now. Otherwise, Rupluttahi, lifting up for 10 breaths, looking forward, see if you can pull the hands apart so you hold across your back. You can breathe fast or you can breathe slow. It's really up to you here. After roughly 10 breaths, exhale, lower yourself down. Dvadasha, inhale, see if you can jump back out of lotus position or simply cross the legs and jump back. Shriyadasha, inhale, Chaturdasha, exhale. Coming to stand to say the closing prayer together. Sapta, Ashto, exhale. Swasti pratibhya padipalyantam yoyena Magena Mihimmisha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sakino Bhavantu Om. Samastitihi. Yekam inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, jump through, lie down. Take rest. So thank you to Adna at Ananda Yoga Studio in Sarajevo. I hope you've enjoyed this primary series. Excuse any errors I've made, but hopefully it helps you in learning the primary series and learning how and what you're trying to do in these postures as well. Thanks for watching.